least we found out that we could do cinematic this way. That means that we won't have any more flubs, hopefully.
Which is crazy.
She says before she uploads videos. But now I like go through and I make sure.
You make sure, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like it looks so dark, but...
No, I think we're
no,
okay.
we're okay? Okay. It's just because it's a shadier day, I think, outside. So usually it's the outside that looks somewhat... My hair kind of looks crazy
I'm
today.
gently caressing this water bottle, but I just...
Well, it's the Friday before Halloween when we're filming this.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie is very busy during Halloween. So the fact that she's even here and that we're filming something today is very impressive.
You guys should feel so special.
She's here, guys. She's here. She did it. But yeah,
That's
so...
why I have the sweatshirt on, which is funny because I kind of look like it.
Well, that's always my concern with the tie-dye. And then the tie-dye back, I'm like, do we just
Is
look
this
like
too
floating
much?
heads?
Probably.
Right? Do we look like floating heads?
We'll work it out.
Who knows?
You know what? I'm doing opening.
You're going to do opening? Great. I didn't even have to ask you.
No, normally it's me. That's my catchphrase.
A lot of
doing opening.
cat hair in my nose.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, let's do this.
Welcome to Chit Chats, a totally unedited space where we break the cycle of what it means to be a woman together. That was not the opening.
That was...
But it was pretty good, though. It was cute. It was almost close.
You did great. It's just
Why don't you do it?
You just dropped off at the end, so it sounded... But it was Halloween-y. You were like... at the end. I don't need to redo it. It was just funny how you did it. I loved it.
I haven't said it in such a long time that I honestly thought I may have said it wrong.
Oh, no,
Words
I
were
do
just
that.
coming out.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time. Sometimes I get very nervous when we're doing our Cycle Chats opening that I'm just going to go into something else. It's a whole thing. So, yeah, I feel you.
We're talking about body image today.
And insecurities.
We had a weird
experience.
And I'm going to let Emily start this off.
Yeah.
Because it happened to her.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it happened to both of us.
It happened to both of us,
I
but
was
it was
very
geared
happy
towards...
with how he handled the situation.
Yeah.
Right? I think we did that really well. So for me, growing up, right, I grew up on Long Island. Most girls in my school were white and Jewish. That was just like the relationship and the population that I was in. But everybody straightened their hair. Nobody wore it curly. Nobody had a nose like I did. You know, I was one of a kind. And I was picked on a lot. I was bullied bad growing up, like really bad. Ooh, saucy. Stephanie forgot to turn off her cell phone. That is never happened before.
So many.
But so for me, I grew up and I was super bullied in school. I had my hair pulled. I got called really terrible names. I was also the first person in my grade to develop acne. That's always super fun. So
I had acne.
Oh yeah, no, I had acne, big cysts of acne on my face. I remember I have one picture of a huge cyst
so when I get
my...
too stressed out, I'll get like, do you see the scars a little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit of foundation on, but I have scarring here because I get like when I'm really stressed out, I'll feel it. I'll be like, what the hell is this? It's like a second chin.
Yeah. I got one right at the bottom of my chin. So they used to call me Pizza Face. That was always fun. Thank you.
Cute.
Yeah, it was a great nickname. I really enjoyed growing up with all of these. And then to take
a good self-esteem booster.
Super good self-esteem booster, let me tell you. And also I grew up in a household where my middle brother, Matthew, we talk about this all the time. He's not watching, so it doesn't matter. But we talk about it all the time. We're very open about it. He was very self-deprecating to himself. Mm-hmm. So I put him up on a pedestal, both of my brothers, and wanted to be like him. So I thought that was the way that you treat yourself. Right. So then I became very mean to myself. Mm-hmm. So when I got to a certain age, he had already been on Accutane for a long time. My brothers are 8 and 10 years older than me. So when I finally got to the age where I could take Accutane, I did. I was totally fine. I know a lot of people had very terrible reactions to it. I was on it 4 times, which is kind of unheard of. And the fact that I'm still alive is kind of crazy.
Yeah, because that's like not.
Oh, it's like
healthy.
Toxic chemicals.
So bad for you.
Oh, it's really bad. I remember every time taking a pill out of the like packaging, there was a black outline of a pregnant lady with a big like X through it. I just remember having to take the pills out of that packaging every time. So I was on 4 trials of Accutane. I had many things of stuff put in my face and just everything that you could possibly think. Then straighteners became a thing. Straightened my hair for all that it was worth for 20 years of my life. And then, I just throughout my high school year, I would at middle school, I would just joke about my nose to other people so that they wouldn't joke about it, right? So I would just be like, I'm going to get a nose job. I would make whatever else I would say because I was uncomfortable with it. So now here's our story. Here's where it begins. Chapter 2.
That was, or maybe that's chapter 1.
That was
the prologue.
That was the preface.
So
So now it's chapter 1. So Stephanie and I were at a really lovely...
Chapter 1, Emily's big fat nose.
I can say that now because I'm okay with it.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous that... Anyway, I have strong feelings that, like...
I have strong feelings.
I don't understand why anyone would point out any sort of feature on your body. A, because we're all so different. B, I had a girl point out, she's like, has your nose always been crooked like that? Like, have you always had that bump
My
in your nose?
is super crooked.
And I'm like, what? Have you looked in the mirror? Why are you telling me about my nose?
I
like,
don't know.
It just, people don't.
Well, I think this guy didn't understand.
Let's get into the story.
So we were at an event, a really lovely event for breast cancer. We were able to sell some merchandise and talk, and it was really lovely. So towards the end of the night, also, just side note, everyone was...
A lot of booze.
Everyone was drunk.
A lot of booze.
It was... I was not drinking. Stephanie was not drinking. So we were totally... Hi, Scotty. We were totally sober. And this is the first time I've kept him not in the crate. Oh, that's my other baby. He definitely would like to make appearances. And he'll walk all over the table because he thinks he's part cat. But anyway, hi, baby. So we are at this event. It's probably, 9:30. So it's getting towards the later ends of the evening. People have had many drinks. Many drinks.
We coached a girl who was
God, we coached a girl that was going through a breakup.
Well, she was just going through a tough time with her partner.
They probably,
she's asking for advice.
Yeah, it was.
And if she's watching, we really hope you're doing well.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, because that's a tough spot. So later in this evening, after that girl, this man comes up to us and is asking us what we do, what we're about. We're in our tie-dye dresses and our blazers. We have cat ears on. I mean, it's hard to kind of ignore us in that state, which is great. So we explain that we are Cycle Chats, a podcast that helps women break the cycle by empowering them through education. And he kind of looked at us and was like, why? And I just kind of sat in that for a second and was like, well, we don't believe that women should just like be in the kitchen. We believe that they can do anything that they want to do. And he was like, oh, no, I think that too. And we're like, okay. He goes, but let me ask some questions. And we're like, okay. Yeah, see, part cat, always. So then the cat food has been removed, Scotty. This is where the cats eat, so he thinks that he can find their food. But so then he sits down next to us and he makes the assumption and tries to scoot around the question of asking Stephanie and I if we're in a relationship.
Yeah, so once again, another display of a man not being able to communicate clearly.
Yeah, it was very strange because it was just
so exhausting.
We were like, I knew what he was trying to ask.
And say it.
Yeah.
This isn't rocket science. And I was like, so Emily says, I'm married
Yeah.
to a man.
I was like, I said I'm a heterosexual woman.
and
I have
I said-
a husband waiting for me at home.
I said, I'm queer.
And
So
he
I
also
I
gave
said-
me a high five for that. Side note.
And I said, I'm queer, so I like everything. To which he thought, I guess I only liked women.
Yeah,
and
very
I was like,
confused
no.
by the word
So
queer.
So I had to explain to him what queer meant, and he's like, but when I said that, he goes, oh, how did I know you were going to say that? And I was like, I don't,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a septum ring, maybe?
Or your bright pink hair.
Or my bright,
your
my
bright pink hair
style.
means that you are, I don't know, gay. Who knows?
Could
I don't.
be.
You're
Who knows?
happy.
But long story short, I'm going to put you on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around now.
There you go.
But yeah, so he asked, and then we kind of start trying to educate him a bit. He's trying to ask us some questions, and then it gets into
we start talking about where we're from.
Yes, and our nationalities.
Because she's yeah.
Yeah. So Stephanie says that she's Italian, and I say I'm as white as they come, but I get my curls from my Jewish ancestors. Now, I have been wearing my hair curly for 10 years. I love it this way. It makes me different. I have always been made to feel less than by most people because of it, but it's mine. So like, just because maybe you are jealous of whatever my hair has.
Well, and I think,
I don't know what it is.
I think girls with straight hair want the curly
hair.
Girls
That's
with curly hair want the straight hair, and it's a whole self-discovery with the hair thing.
But making fun of somebody because of their hair is naturally curly and like saying mean things, not a great idea. So then the man proceeds to take his finger and run it down his nose. He did not touch me, right? Because my dad, I told this story and he was like,
oh my
how
God.
dare you? I was like, no, he didn't touch me. So he takes his finger and he slowly runs it down his nose. I mean,
after
slowly.
She said Jewish.
Yeah.
He goes,
slowly. And I am silent. I had never had somebody else point out this part of me that I am somewhat uncomfortable with at times. And so I say, thank you so much for pointing out the thing on my body that I hate the most. Because I didn't even know what else to say. And I don't believe in canceling people.
I also think that he didn't hear
He didn't understand.
He didn't hear me. He didn't hear me. So that kind of brings us to our conversation today about
insecurities, body image.
Yeah. So we then proceeded to somewhat educate this intoxicated man, is what I'm assuming.
I assume so.
And
too.
we could tell, just based on the conversation, that he truly did not understand. He was not aware. There was no sort of like, here's the weird thing is like, not weird, but I guess the reason we entertained it for as long as we did is because he genuinely was trying to show interest.
Yeah.
He ended up actually buying a shirt. He
Yeah.
bought stickers.
Super sweet.
But it brought to light some of those physical things. Like for you, it was your nose.
Yeah.
For me, it's my teeth. I've always had this thing about my teeth. And that kind of brought out in us something that we've not really had to think about for a long time.
Yeah.
Someone else was like, oh, I noticed it.
Yeah. Point out your own insecurities by somebody else. That is painful.
So to anyone watching, don't do that. It's like if someone has a pimple.
Yeah.
My family, aka my dad, loves to do this one. He'll be like, oh, what's going on here? And he'll like point out a pimple on my face. And I'm like, why are you? I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm not blind. Like, I can see the pimple. Why are you pointing it out on my face? And he'll, sometimes he'll be like, oh, what, and I'm like, don't even do it like that.
Yeah. That's just patronizing me now.
Or you look tired. You look tired. What are some other ones?
Oh, I get the you look tired a lot because I have really bad under bags on my eyes. I can't do anything about it.
You don't though.
Oh, thank you. I think I do.
But see,
I get it from my grandma.
I think the reason that we point this out
is because we're uncomfortable.
Not even that we're uncomfortable. It's because if you go look at what we're being told is
beautiful.
Is beautiful.
Symmetry. beautiful.
Symmetry.
I am not symmetrical. One eye is bigger than
super
the other.
duper clear skin.
No pores.
Huge lips. No pores.
Cheekbones for days.
It doesn't, but that's not the reality.
And a fit body.
Like, as you, excuse me.
Woo!
Excuse me. No, as you, like, get older, you have to realize, like, as I've looked at a lot of, so I've been going to the gym a lot more lately, and so I have kind of been looking at my body differently, and every time I'll look, I have back knee, chest acne, like, it flares up. But that doesn't, I think I'm the only one that notices it. And I've mentioned this in one of these episodes before.
Yeah.
Where I made a comment about my back, and the person was like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So you brought attention.
I brought attention to it. So I think
that's what I used to do for my coping in high school with my notes.
Yeah, and I think the insecurity stuff comes from what we're constantly spoon-fed in social media about, and the beauty industry in general, about what is acceptable, what is digestible, what is a universal beauty for people.
Exactly. Hugely.
And I feel like that plays a huge part in how we look at ourselves in the mirror. Huge
part. But I will say that within the last, few years, like, especially within this last week, I've noticed a big change. I don't know if it's because of that incident, which happened almost a week ago, or literally a week ago today, that I literally just thought that was a real cat up there. That was very confusing.
It's a cat basket.
There was a cat basket. I got very confused. Anyway, so this event happened a week ago, and all throughout this week, I have gone up to my husband various days and just go like, "You are very lucky. I am beautiful." Like, I feel actually really confident. I've really been liking the way that I've been looking recently. Boys, this is why I can't let the dog out of the crate when we're recording.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dog? You can
play
it for whatever 15 seconds that you can play it before they come after us, because of all the money that we're making, Stephanie.
Yeah, we're loaded.
We're loaded. My God, I'm a millionaire. It's a great episode.
It's like
Can you tell that I feel like we've gotten to the end of our rope, and we're just here we are. I love it.
There's no more razzle or dazzle.
Yeah, this is us. I'm so tired. Please.
Sleepy and weepy.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know. But
I think it made you look and love yourself.
It made me really appreciate myself.
Because at first it bothered you. It really
bothered me.
And I could tell she was like, I'm a little bit upset about that.
I cried the next day. I was super upset.
But then you doubled down and you were like, I am gonna love myself.
And I have just been flipping my hair, feeling good this week.
Yeah.
I feel like I look great.
I think your nose is because I'm staring at it now. I think it's proportionate to your body.
There are still times, though, where I'll, go audition. Like, when I went to audition for Belle at the theater, I straightened my hair because Belle doesn't have curly hair, so I wanted them to just see me that way, right, as a princess. And then I went, well, they're never going to cast me because of my nose. Because princesses don't have big noses. Well, why can't they? That's my own thing. We have been just taught.
I think Disney should have a princess that's just a nose.
I think they should have
a pair of legs.
A Jewish princess, and she should just be beautiful. They can name her after me. I can be Disney's Jewish princess. Did that get you? Did I do it? I did it.
I would love that.
Right?
I just see Emily at the line.
This won't do. It's me mixed with Fran Drescher. Disney, you're welcome. You can come to me for the right.
One, right?
She's beautiful.
But she built an empire on the sound of her voice.
Yeah.
And her laugh. That's her real laugh.
Yeah.
I thought it was a character thing at first, but then you listen to her and you're like, wow, this is a real laugh. She just owns it. She owns it. She built an empire out of it.
You just made me watch, what is that movie?
Beauty and the Beast.
I had never seen it. So cute,
so
fun.
Easy watch.
So easy. And the clothes that she wears are fantastic.
Fabulous.
But me mixed with Fran Drescher. I think that should be the next Disney princess. I have the voice for it. I am ready to go.
No, I feel like you would probably be like, no, this won't do, and like somehow get the meal for free, but then also get a coupon.
Yes.
Because she does that frequently for us.
Yes. Yeah, I live up to my stereotypes.
You do. And she calls herself out on it. She's like,
I do.
Because I'm Jewish.
Yeah, I was taught by the best.
This is good. I think this is
well,
a
I
good...
mean, not the best. I just gotta revert back there for a second. Not the best.
Her ancestors.
Yeah, my ancestors, like my grandpa and my grandma. There was one time my grandpa went into P.C. Richards with me to get my first TV, and the man was selling it for like $300, and grandpa was like, no. That is not going to do. He did not pull out a yarmulke, but he was like, I'm going to give you $100. And the guy was like, I can't do that, sir. And grandpa was like, $100.
Did he get it?
We took the TV. Hey,
you know what?
Listen from the best.
Jews and Italians are kind of
very
the same.
Similar. Everybody is the same.
Yeah, but we're real close.
Well, I mean,
like,
lots of talking with the hand, lots of family.
Yeah. A lot of like haggling.
Food.
That was
lots about food.
For me, it was like growing up. My dad would be like, "I wonder if I paid in cash."
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like,
"Yeah,
all right,
we do that." They do that all the time in my family. Oh yeah.
I think they did it at Disney one time for us.
Listen, cash is king.
Ready cash.
Cash is king. So I think
this is a good place.
Yeah, I won't wrap it up, but I think it's being comfortable in your own skin is a big, long journey.
It doesn't end.
And it doesn't end. And you're constantly going to be battling. But the fact that you can maybe not point out somebody else's insecurities is probably a great thing to do, especially if it's a physical insecurity, because that person has literally looked at themselves in the mirror their entire life. They don't need to hear it from you. So I think being kinder to yourself and being kinder to others is just the way that we have to move forward, because you look the way you look, and all bodies and everybody are beautiful.
Yeah.
No matter what. That's just the way it is. So I know I'm beautiful. I may not be under the definition of beauty if you look in the dictionary.
Yeah, but who came up with that?
Who came up with that freaking definition? I was going to use a different word. So who came up with that definition? I am my own definition of beauty. So that's how I want to end my little rant. Over to you.
You know where to find us. www.cyclechats.com. Right here. Comment. Rate, support, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every single time we upload a new video. That's all we have for you today.
Yeah. Enjoy. We'll see you next time. Who knows what color our hair will be. And
you're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Don't change. We love you, baby.
Oh, we hope you sync up with us next time.
Oh, yeah. We should probably end. We hope you sync up with us next time. Bye-bye. You did it. You got it. You got it.